Hi, lovelies. Titty shake. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator, lover, not a fighter, but I'll crack your fucking teeth. Thank you, Missy Elliott. Also, too, I'm also known as the Cuss Mouth Angel and the Duchess of Donuts. Welcome. If you guys have never been here before, this is where I pull 3 piles of cards. You choose any and all that you're drawn towards. But first and foremost, I talk on a subject I like to call astro fuckery. And guys, I traditionally or normally just focus on 2 subjects, so let's get fucking to it. And I try to keep it as simple as possible. Here's the... Please, baby Jesus, guide me. All right. With that being said, guys, the first thing I want to talk about is on the 9th. We've got Mercury going retrograde. I don't even want to say it. But it's already here and we can already feel it. So the point is we got to deal with it. And we got to face it now. And guys, Mercury is going retrograde in the sign of Libra, which is also the sign of partnerships. It rules the 7th house. This talks about the partnerships that we have with people, both business and love, friendship, enemies, all of this shit. So relationships are going to be coming back up for us during this Mercury retrograde. And guys, I know everybody fucking says it. I'm going to say it again too. Guess what? I really fucking mean it. Your exes are like in line and waiting. Okay? So make sure that you've got a buddy that can help you out. If somebody comes back and you don't want to talk to them or you can't help yourself with somebody, have things set in place right now so that you know how to handle this conflict if it does come up. Also, too, be prepped and ready with what the fuck you're going to say about it if somebody's got something to say to you. So relationships of all kinds are going to be on blast for this Mercury retrograde. I believe it goes direct, I think either like the 1st or 2nd week of October, and then like through the shadow phase and everything. Probably by the end of October, we'll be feeling right as rain. But at least for right now, and starting on the 9th, Mercury is retrograde and we got to fucking deal with it. Guys, anytime a planet is retrograde too, it's asking us to go within. It's having us look at our processes and what's happening inside of here. So I also want to say too, not only are relationships in the outside world going to be on blast, we're going to be looking at that, making sure that it's working, rework, redo, revisit, everything. We're also looking at the relationship we have with ourselves. Is this a good place here? Am I treating myself with love and respect? My God, may you please be demanding, like what you're demanding from other people, may you also demand from your fucking self? So make sure that bar, you're meeting that for yourself too, y'all, because that's some really important shit. Also, too, here's the thing to watch out during this Mercury retrograde. Libras have a tendency to make peace for peace sake. They just don't want to fucking fight. Don't fucking do that right now. If you've got a situation where you got to stand up for something and make something known, stand up for the justice of it, maybe even the justice for yourself, please motherfucking do so. Do not just say something because you don't want to like hurt somebody's feelings I mean, do it in a kind and good way, but like make sure that you're not just making peace for peace's sake, because nothing causes resentment quicker, faster, and more uglier than that. No thank you. All right, then moving on to the 10th, guys, we've got this full moon in Pisces. We got some beautiful stuff coming up. I think it's going to be a gorgeous full moon. And guys, anytime full moons show up, they're talking about things coming to a culmination. We've got an ending here. We're really looking at a situation for the full brevity of what the fuck it is. We've got a bright light shining on it and really looking at it like, has this thing worked or has it not? And what are we doing about this? So full moons really kind of bring our attention to endings here. Looking at the output of something and giving us a special moment to be able to tweak this to make it better or to let it fucking go. So I do feel like that's going to be on the table. Also with our relationships in the fucking background. But guys, this full moon also opposes the Virgo sun. Being in Virgo season, this is very earthy, tangible. I got to taste it, touch it, see it, smell it to know that this thing is fucking real. Well, guys, Pisces full moon, Pisces would dissolve into a pool of nothingness if it could, and it would tell us all we're just souls. Maybe every Pisces you know has fucking said that. So they're sister signs, Virgo and Pisces, and which means that they're opposites. So, but they bring, I feel like, at least some kind of beautiful lesson. Each one of them brings a beautiful lesson that each one needs to know. And I feel like for this full moon, it's going to be asking us to, if we've got tight control on stuff with the Virgo season, maybe we're trying to control the way things are going or in a certain direction, or we're just holding on too tightly to stuff. I feel like this full moon's going to ask us to let the fuck go, or to at the very least loosen our fucking grip. At the very least, go with the fucking flow. Are you a salmon? Ask yourself this at the full moon. And am I a salmon? Do I need to go against the flow? Am I going back to my spawning place? If all of those are no's, then please, I'm begging you, go with the fucking flow at this full fucking moon. Work with water element. So crying, taking a bath, going to the beach, submerging yourself in water, fucking sweating it the fuck out. Do what you got to do at this full moon in order to deal with what's on your fucking plate. I think another thing this full moon might be bringing up for a lot of people too is, and especially with the dichotomy with the Virgo season and this Pisces full moon, is what I'm going towards and what I'm creating here, what's happening here, and now that I'm looking at it, is this an illusion or is this real? So I feel like that's some heavy themes, y'all. That's some heavy themes coming up at this full moon. But I also think it's really good because I think that we can work with the truth, right? It's whenever people try to serve us lies, or we're lying to ourselves, or we're not being honest about something, or another person isn't, somebody isn't bringing out the full, information that we need, is when we have fucking problems. When we don't work with honesty, how can we actually get towards the goal that we're trying to reach? So I also feel like too, at this full moon, be honest with yourself, be honest with another person, make sure that you're telling the whole fucking truth. Make sure that you are. Do it as kindly and as gently as you fucking can. You don't need to be a harsh asshole, even if the other person's been a dick. Look, nobody's running for Jesus here, so do what the fuck you gotta do. But I come from the energy of that even if another person has treated you like crap, you can still have grace and poise about it and make them want to go to hell. I don't know. Maybe it's a gift. Maybe it's fucking Satan. Who knows? But the point is, at this full moon, whatever you're looking at, make sure that it's real. And if it's not, how can we ground it? And if it's not groundable and it's definitely not real, is this just an illusion? And maybe it's time to let it the fuck go. Do not be afraid of what comes up. Know that not only you can handle it, but the more that you go with the flow, the more that you absolutely fucking got this. All right, if you guys are done with astrofuckery, I fucking am. Let's move on to the cards. Remember, pick any and all that you're drawn towards, any and all the piles, and I'll interpret them. All right, see you guys in a sec. All right, if you guys pick card pile number 1, here's your beautiful cards. First one is the Ten of Wands. Second one is the Seven of Swords. And your final card is a major arcana card, talking about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You got Temperance. So let's talk about it. So I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is kind of a harsher card pull this week for card pile number 1. Essentially what it's saying is that with the Ten of Wands here, this is like hopelessness, betrayal, feeling overworked, overburdened, overtaxed, just too fucking much going on. With Seven of Swords, this is affairs, deception, risk, hidden secrets. And with Temperance, this is coming back into balance. So I do want to say this week, especially in terms of relationships here, and with the 10 showing up, like this has been something that's been going on for a while. So if it's showing up here with the Seven of Swords with like hidden risks, affairs, and bullshit of all that fucking nature, maybe a secret comes up this week that we find out and just leaves us absolutely fucking devastated about a relationship that was really fucking important to us. This card pool this week is asking us to come back into our power, to come back into alignment, to come back into harmony with our fucking self. Maybe there's something here that like we felt that was going wrong, and like we finally fucking tuned into it and like, holy shit, there's the fucking information. Or maybe also too, this is like, this can even talk about maybe we're just worries and fears are running rampant with that stuff right now. And when we really tune back in and we find our balance here, we realize and recognize that's not true. So I feel like this week, if we got card pile number 1, there's something here that we feel kind of hopeless and betrayed about. And just overworked. Maybe this is like our schedule isn't even working for us. But if you notice in this card, she's tied to that pole. At any point, she could get up and move. So I want to remind you, remember where the fuck your power is this week. It's within you taking the right action towards what it is that, whatever goal you need to get towards. So go on a fact-finding mission. Find that information if you need it. Talk to your people. I even want to say too, like, maybe this is a great week to go and find a good therapist so that we can find that balance and that equilibrium. Now, if this is more about like career and work, maybe we've taken a risk here with the Seven of Swords and feeling as though like it hasn't panned out. I want to say with Temperance showing up here, it's kind of saying like have some patience around it, or just kind of go with the flow with this, because I actually feel like it's going to pan out in your favor. Now, this could also go with the relationships too, but I feel like with the Ten of Wands and in terms of relationships, this is a much difficult situation. So if you're asking about relationships, some ugly piece of information might be surfacing this week. How are you going to deal with it? Maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just your fears and worries fucking overtaking you, and we need to find some balance with it. So no matter what happens this week, how do we either go with the flow around some of the risks that we've taken and just see how things pan out and take action where I need to so that I feel better about it? Or in terms of our relationships and things of that nature, how do I make sure that like I'm really facing my fears and worries here, not letting it overtake me? Fact-finding mission, find the information that you need, or talk to your people to clear the air of stuff. Or this can even really talk about like something ugly coming to the surface, and we've got to find our balance again, and that's coming back home to our fucking self. So there might even be a call this week to let go of something, especially with the tens here. We're at the end of the fucking cycle. Let go of something here that maybe isn't working. So either that's a mind frame and a mindset we can't seem to let go of, or this can really talk about a situation that has occurred where this information has shown up and it's shown us the real true colors of the situation and what the fuck is happening here. We got to make a decision. May you always, always, always choose your fucking peace. May you always. So look for it this week, card pile number 1. You got it. Everything is going to be okay. I promise you. Remember who the fuck you are and stand in your power and take the proper action that you need in order to find the answers that you need and to find your fucking peace. There's that. All right. And if you guys pick card pile number 2, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the Three of Swords. Second one is the Three of Cups. And your third card is the Four of Coins. I just wanted to say 333, honestly. Okay, so guys, I know this card pull might look a little rough, but it's actually kind of beautiful. With the Three of Swords here and the Three of Cups, this definitely speaks to me about reconciliation. Somebody here fucking were butthurt. Okay. And with the Three of Swords, this can talk about like a deep hurt. This can be an OG hurt. Like this could be going back to like childhood and like maybe my parents or like my siblings or something. And then with the Three of Cups, maybe I get together with my siblings this week and we talk about that shit and we fucking heal through it. Another interpretation of the Three of Swords and Three of Cups could be like, maybe this is from a previous relationship that like really, like it left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. It's interesting though, these three here, maybe it was a third party situation. Maybe it was I don't know, maybe it was like 3 times that we've been broken up and come back together. Maybe this is also referencing back to the month of March or around the third of a month. But I want to say with these 2 threes here showing up, 3 is a very important number with this card pile number 2. So, with that being said, there's a feeling this week that we get some kind of reconciliation. And then on top of that, with the Four of Coins, like, this is like really reaching a level and a new goal. This is reaching a goal post, if you will. And for me, this is also like laying foundations. So at this point, like, we've reconciled and now we've got like a goal together, or we're like planning something together here that's like really important. So I want to say card pile number 2. This week, this feels to me like this is obviously around relationships, especially with that Three of Swords and the Three of Cups. Whoever has hurt you in the past, I do feel like we're going to be coming back around for a second go, so don't be surprised if exes, old friends, siblings, because a lot of times too, the Three of Cups can talk about like your children or like maybe your siblings or something here, but I also find too, like Three of Cups can be your friends. So maybe this is a fight with a friend. Maybe this is a fight with a friend that turned into something more and then the shit exploded. Do you know what I'm saying? So something's going on here where maybe we started off as friends and then we ended up hurting each other through a love situation, or maybe just a friendship situation and things didn't pan out. And then with the Four of Coins here, after that reconciliation, we're actually building back together again. So I want to say have hope, card pile number 2, for whatever issues we've had around difficulties within our relationships lately. I do feel like we're going to be able to sit down and clear the air, talk about things, reconcile. Because guys, going for the Three of Swords to the Three of Cups, that's a beautiful fucking turnaround. Three of Swords is like one of the most difficult cards you can get besides like the 9 of fucking swords, where it just feels like traditionally this card is a heart with 3 swords piercing the fuck into it. Ouchie. All right. Huh. And like, it's no, look at this. This person's just depressed and fucking sad. This is true sadness. This is depression. But then on top of that, fucking party hardy with everybody. So I think also going from the mental space with swords here to an emotional space, it's going to take us out of our heads and back into our heart. And then from there, we can actually like start to make things tangible and real here with the Four of Coins. So again, hold on tight this week, guys. If you're worried about business, friendship, love, platonic, you and the homeless guy that shared a fucking donut, don't worry. Everything's coming back around and it's going to be okay. So maybe even two this week. Maybe the choice is up to you. Do you reach out or do you wait for the other person? Either way, I think that it's going to take a little bit of courage, but you got this. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Talk about your feelings and how much this hurt you. Speak upon maybe how much you miss this person and the good times that you guys had, and see if there's a way to reconcile here and to bring the joy back into the situation, to remember who each other really truly are, like the whole person, not just like this bad aspect or this difficulty that I had with them, the whole person and the whole fucking truth. And then see what we can build from here. But I do want to say there's a feeling with the Four of Coins that this foundation is real and true now. So whatever we build from this point forward has real lasting power. Fuck yeah. And finally, if you picked card pile number 3, why can't my earrings act right? Does it matter? Not really. Okay, if you got card pile number 3, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the Three of Wands. Your second card is the Three of Coins. And your final card is a major arcana card. Tell what major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You got the Star. So I think it's interesting that card pile number 2 and now card pile number 3 got 2 3s in it. So the number 3 is going to be very important to card pile number 3. I want to say too here, long story short, with this card pile, the Three of Wands, Three of Coins, and the Star, this is like talking about like having a lot of foresight and putting a lot of action and a lot of oomph into our partnerships right now, and that we have every reason to have hope around it. So maybe there's a partnership that you thought was dead, gone. Well, guess what, bitch? It's a zombie love. It's back. Or maybe it was a friendship, or maybe it was like, again, maybe you thought you ate all of the blueberry donuts. When you look back in the box, there's one left. I'm just saying to you this week, it's important to know where we're putting our energy and our time and our effort. Are we putting it into the right partnerships? Also that too, I think on top of that. I also want to reference back to the month of March, what's coming back around again from March. What the fuck went down in March, y'all? Maybe around the third of a month, or somehow the number 3 is important here. Or again, maybe this is the third time that we're trying this. Third time's the best time. Third time's the right time. Third time's a charm. That's what I was trying to say. So maybe there's something like that going on here. But guys, I just want to say with the Star and it's showing up, you have every reason to have hope. Make a wish around your partnerships and what you're hoping for here. And don't be afraid to put in the work and the effort. Now listen, with the Star, it's saying, look, your wishes are going to come true. But just like we look up into the night sky, the stars are still far away. So I want to say to you, what we're working towards here around our partnerships, we still got a while to make this fucking happen. And with 3s here, we're still at the beginning phase, okay? But it's inevitable. We're going to get what we want. Focus, make a wish. Focus on your goal around what you want for your partnerships in your life, what you want them to look like. Make that wish, fucking manifest it. Are you shitting me? Manifest whatever the fuck you want at this full moon, y'all. And traditionally, like, manifestations are better suited for new moons. So maybe we wait until the new moon to do that. But at least at this full moon, let's get a clear understanding by looking at our current relationships, what's working and what's not, and what I want from it now. Maybe the things that haven't been working have given you the best idea around what actually and truly works for you. And it made it crystal clear around what you will and will not accept. So now at this point, I know with all that information, I've got the oomph. And I've got with the fire, I've got the oomph and the manifestation ability. With coins, I've got the resources and I've got the grounded know-how now to be present in this moment and make my partnerships the best the fuck they've ever fucking been. What does that look like? See it clearly. See yourself in that too. May this also extend to the relationship with your fucking self. Are you sick of me yelling at you? Listen, last thing I want to say with the Star. It stands for the number 17, so look for these themes to come up around maybe the 17th of this month. Or, again, the 1 + 7 = 8, I'm referencing back to August. So not only referencing back to March, but I'm referencing back to August as well. So maybe something twice hit here, and this is the third time again that we're dealing with this. And it finally feels like at this point, I'm clear. I know what I want. I'm going to make a wish. And I know now what is worth that effort, what is worth the partnerships, who's worth working with. And maybe even too, there's something here around like knowing that you deserve to be in partnerships, and that you're worth the effort too. Fucking love that. All right, you guys, I hope to God that fucking made sense. Jesus Christ. And look too, guys, for card pile number 3, that works with anything. That works with all your relationships. Business, love, personal, doesn't fucking matter. Whatever that relationship situation is for you, just, if you got card pile number 3, make a wish. Know that it's going to come true. And make sure that you're treating yourself just as beautifully as you're treating others. Please and thank you. All right, you guys, again, I hope to God that made sense. Middle fingers for no, could call for yes. Let me know if this resonated for you. And let me know which pile that you picked. Any and all feedback helps me to grow. I thank you guys so much for giving me the space to do this work. Thank you for the joy. Thank you for the honor. And thank you most importantly for trusting me today. Thank you guys from my heart and from my soul. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.